3 fish again. There's fish jumping around the boat. Let's go for 1 more or 10 more. I love this way of life here on the islands where you've got a bit of extra something that they don't have. Do a trade. Happy days. Vanuatu is said to have the most premium Kava in the world. Cheers. He's coming down. Oh, that was the best. The goal today is to catch a fish on an underwater volcano. Comes up out of 2 kilometers deep out of the ocean, up to 90 meters. We woke up at 4:30 this morning, jet out in the boat a couple of hours. The sun's just risen here in Northern Vanuatu in the Pacific Ocean. And fingers crossed we can throw the lines out, even jump in the water and catch a fish. So these are a couple of the weapons of choice. A couple of skirts, smaller one, bigger one, a wahoo, and ideally yellowfin. We're gonna run a spread of 4 lures. Gonna go a deep diver and then a few surface skirts and try and entice some yellowfin. 6 in the morning. Let's hope the fish are biting. The current tactic is to keep an eye out for birds working because we don't have a sounder, and even if we did, it'd need to be a bloody good one to sound anything under us. It's probably a kilometer under us at the moment. Up in front of us here, it rises up to 90 meters at the top of it. So we're looking for birds, looking for bait on the surface. Fortunately, it's glassy calm, so you can see everything from a mile away pretty easily. There's some birds working over here, over there, and a few fish jumping on the top side. Little tuna, but hopefully there's some bigger fish sitting under them. Boy, that's a good fish. Ready, move on. Bretto, strap me up, mate. Yeah, mate, get in position. I'm just doing, get a spear through the foot. Oh, mate, that's what best mates are for. Strapping your gimbal on. Yeah, mate, make sure to keep it on. We've been out here trolling for probably oh, no, drop. Eddie, you on? Woohoo! Oh, what happened there, mate?
Wahoo, mate.
Snipped. Yeah, tuna! Not only do we want fish to take home to the island that we're on that's got a dozen mouths to feed, we also, on the way back, want to do some trade with a neighbouring island because they've got a lot of produce that isn't grown on the island that we're staying on, so we want to be able to trade for some root vegetables, maybe some avocados, pineapples, bananas, all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, we need to get enough fish for ourselves, but also to do a bit of an island deal, a bit of a barter trade this afternoon. All the way back to Australia. That's the exact reason. Imagine if I lost a nut, mate. There's a lot on the line. I don't think this is a huge fish, but I'm sure making it look like hard work. Get in the boat, mate. There you go, little skipjack. I made that look a lot harder than it probably needed to be, but yeah, there's schools of them just hitting the surface, smacking a little bait on this seamount. We've got a couple of these now. We're gonna get a couple more so we can do the deal this afternoon to get some fresh produce, barter trade with another island. That's a nice 3 kilo tuna. Back out, let's go for 1 more or 10 more. The more we get, the more we can trade. Yeah, fish on! Fish on. Woo! We're just trolling around the schools of bait and the birds working, and there's all these little school tuna, mac tuna or skipjacks just whacking the surface. So we've got these little tiny skirts out, trolling at relatively high speed, probably 8-9 knots, and they're just hitting them one after the other. How you going there, miss?
Working hard.
Ooh, yep. Well done. Oh, then it was a triple hookup. Now it's a double hookup. Woo! Tuna rodeo.
Come over. Since come behind. Oh, up.
I'll go under.
Okay, go.
All right, who's pulling her in?
Yep.
Ready, mate? Yay!
Yeah, you're on.
Yeah, Eddie. Hey, when the pressure's on.
Straight in.
That's the ticket.
Woo!
Try day today.
Hey!
Another one. Get.
Yeah, triple! Something's just hit this like a freight train. And it's heading towards the Solomon Islands. We've caught quite a few of these skipjacks, really hoping for a yellowfin.
Oh yes, it's a good one.
Oh! Bugger. It's probably a 5 kilo yellowfin. That's the one we wanted. What did it nip us on the bottom of the boat?
On the bottom of the boat, mate.
Bottom of the boat, just took a final run. Bugger. Number 1 eating fish in the ocean. Have to get the lines out again. 3 fish again. There's fish jumping around the boat. All right, well done, team. How good are those?
Yeah, good stuff.
What's the plan with these, Bretto?
Mate, we're just trying to fill up as many as we can, and then we'll head to the island of Motor. It's probably one of the most remote islands in the northern province of Vanuatu. And we're going to share our catch and get some fresh produce in exchange, mate.
So in the last hour, it's just been a series of double hookups, triple hookups, and quadruple hookups. And we just caught 3 really nice skipjack tuna in a row. We've probably got like 15 or 16 fish now. We did drop 1 fish, the elusive yellowfin tuna, but that's all right. We're gonna give it another maybe half an hour or so having a troll, and then we're gonna jump in the water on this seamount because the viz is insane. Like, it's just as clean as water gets under us, and just keen to check it out, see what it's like. I doubt we're gonna be able to see the bottom 90 meters viz, but there's probably gonna be 50 meters viz, and there's a chance at wahoo, billfish, tuna, bait, or absolutely nothing. So either way, we're gonna check it out. Oh, yep. Oh, put the drag on. Put this. Hey, Rainbow, get him in. Oh, what's following him?
Rainbows.
Oh, that is a huge rainbow. Just trolled over another school of fish, and that's a rainbow runner. In my opinion, a really underrated fish. Generally get them out in really deep blue water or on fads or underwater volcanoes that we're coming up to now. But we've got plenty of fish on the line. We're gonna jump in the water and see how it is. Even just sitting here right now at the back of the boat after catching these couple of fish. Literally at the back of the boat here. There's so many sharks. Bretto's just throwing a little jig down and been hooked by a monster of the deep, but we're all calling shark because there was more sharks than fish down there. Yeah, the issue with a decent sized shark is that it just goes side on and then just does these big circles, and it just literally feels like you're trying to wind up a long, thick bag of cement through the ocean, and the cement bag occasionally kicking. That's probably the best way to describe it. We've caught a good bag of fish now on the lines, but we're gonna jump in the water. We've come up right to the top of this 90 meter high point on this underwater volcano. Don't really know what we're in for. All we've seen is tuna, rainbow runner, and a shitload of sharks, but perfect conditions, so let's jump in and see how we go. Belly and flasher when you're ready. Too friendly, aren't they? Did he come up to you as well, like right up to your fins? Yeah, mate, I'll jump out just so I'm not tangling around, dangling here. That shark come a bit close for comfort.
Come from.
Okay, thank you so much.
Red.
We've just pulled up on the island that Eddie and John are from. We're doing a trade with some of their family members. Fish for fresh produce. What have you ordered for, Bretta?
Some avocado.
Avocado?
Bit of Kava for the
Kava?
evening.
So pass them out?
Yeah.
I love this way of life here on the islands where if you've got a bit of extra something that they don't have, they got a bit extra something that you don't have, do a trade, happy days.
Are you keeping some for Tommy?
Yeah, no, I'll keep some.
Thanks, Abe. See you next time. Bye. All right, the trades for the morning. We got a whole bag of the world's largest avocados. Like, I don't know if you can get an appreciation for them, but they are very big avocados. A whole big bag of them. And Kava, which we're gonna have, or you can even smell it. We're gonna process that up tonight and have it with dinner with a big fire on the beach.
Okay,
Prince and his son, they're jumping aboard. They're from this village here. There's like 8 more people coming down. I don't know if we're going to fit everyone. Flex. Aaron. Nice to meet you, Flex. And this is Nikki. Hey, how you going? Everyone's coming aboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 people. And 1 more for good measure. Hey! Then there was 12. All under control, Captain?
Yeah, mate. We've got a lot of fish to catch.
Just another day on the island.
Yeah, mate. That's it.
I thought the 15 or 16 fish that we had to trade with would have been more than enough fish, but I've been proved wrong pretty quick. Just see how many people come out of this village, and now there's a portion of them in the boat, and I'm feeling there's a little bit of pressure to get more fish. So Nikki, myself, and Brett are going to jump in the water with the guns and see if we can shoot a few more reefies here up against this island. If anyone wants to dive. Through to most of where we'd speared and freedived here in Vanuatu, the visibility was incredible, 20 to 30 metres most of the time. However, this definitely didn't mean that the spearing was easy pickings. Most of the time, the bottom here was 18 metres plus, and to get a chance at a fish, you really needed to lay on the bottom, get some hang time, and try and wait for that fish to come into you. Such as this long-nosed parrotfish, which, as you can see, I had the shot, I hesitated, and then I was regretting only loading up 1 rubber, and it eventually outsmarted me. But we all did a series of drops through caves, boulders, cracks in the reef, and it looked good country for some nice fish, but not much was playing the game. Laying on the bottom time and time again, was flicking sand, scratching coral, grunting, doing all these sorts of tricks to entice fish. And finally, we landed one. We've only managed a couple of parrotfish and we're getting a few sort of unimpressed faces, so we've got one more spot to dive. We'll see if we can get a fish.
He's stealing my hat. Hey, thank you.
Thanks, bro. Thanks, Dave. See ya.
That's better.
We're gonna get rained on just in time. We're back at camp now on the island and gearing up for a pretty special evening. But I have to be honest with you, in the last week that we've been here, I'm at the point, how it's been thus far, I'm ready to go home, pack all my gear, sell what I got, and move straight back here to the islands. It's just been that good. First night, getting crazy on the reef. Next day, we're out spearing a seamount, 30 meters visibility, shooting fish, and then you look up and you can see the most spectacular waterfall of all time coming out of the rainforest onto the reef, and then we go and cook up underneath it. Shooting dogtooth tuna, we're catching lots of other fish, trading it with the locals for fresh produce on neighbouring islands. And with that, the hut that's just behind us here now is prepping up some kava that we traded for with some tuna today, and we're going to have a bit of it's a special evening when the kava comes out, but I've got a feeling there's a lot of special evenings around here. But it's quite a long process. Vanuatu is said to have the most premium kava in the world. I don't know whether that's a controversial statement or not, but it's meant to be top notch. So we're going to have some kava tonight, cook up some of the fish, a local style, right on the beach as the sun sets, big fire all together. Stick around. It's going to be better than good. It's going to be phenomenal. This elaborate structure behind me is the island's version of a bonfire and fireworks all in one. Straight down the middle there's green wood, and then it's wrapped with dry coconut palm fronds. So when they're dry, you light them, they've got a natural oil in them. This thing is going to be massive. It's just going to go woof. Massive fire, really looking forward to it. When the sun sets, Kava's going to come down to slow us down, some coconuts to rehydrate us from the day, and then we're going to eat this fish that's got grated coconut with it, fresh coconut cream, cooking bananas, and also cassava, one of the root vegetable staples here. Thanks so much. Cheers.
Thank you.
Stop being a big wuss. That's the good stuff. Someone get a wheelbarrow. Carry me out of here. Just had the kava. This is the palate cleanser, the inside of a mature coconut. Navara. How was the kava?
It's pretty earthy.
Earthy, yeah.
And got a slight kind of numbness in my mouth.
Kava cocktail.
Down in one shot wasn't too bad.
Yeah. I should have taken that advice. Yeah. I had it in like 5 gulps.
Well, I started slow and then I saw Brett out of the corner of my eye down here, so I thought I should speed it up a bit.
Yeah, kava's got huge significance in the islands, in all the villages. You know, traditionally speaking, it's had in a place called the Nakamal, where the chiefs go and discuss, you know, issues within the village, and what they say is kava brings the wise to them. So, you know, allows for discussion.
Stops them being angry.
It stops them being angry, coming up with very smart ideas, and allows everyone to participate in the conversation, solve community issues. Yeah, exactly.
Awesome, mate. It's happening. It's happening. Holy. I hope you can hear that. It's like Vanuatu's version of Burning Man. Fortunately, no one's getting burnt. I wish you could feel the amount of heat that's coming off this thing. Everyone's just sat up and then slowly walked back. He's coming down. Woo! Wow. Oh, that was the best. We had one shell about half an hour ago. Mouth tingly, numb, a little bit tingly on the forehead, and looks like Eddie and John and the crew have just made up another brew and another coconut shell. So we're going to cheers and have one more. One more for good luck. Thank you, brother. Thanks, Eddie.
Hey, I might get old mate to take it. Old mate being Brett. Hold on.
Tick. Yeah.
Okay, old boy. Cheers, good for latte.
Cheers.
Ta.
Ta. Eddie, John, legends. Oh wow.
Get it down.
That was a lot of liquid. That was a lot more than you think. How amazing is this? We've got hand-woven bowls to eat out of with the base of it, banana leaf. That looks so good. Rainbow runner steaks on top, done in the coconut cream.
Oh, yum. That's
Yeah?
really, really good, yeah. Oh, it's hot though.
I really feel like we're getting treated tonight. We got bowls made out of palm fronds with a banana leaf on the bottom. Banana. Cooked to perfection. Rainbow runner. World class. If you want to come and have an experience like this, generally, if you watch a lot of our videos, you'll know we don't share the location of where we are for adventure's sake and other reasons. But where we are right now is Quakea Island in Northern Vanuatu. It's a remote island, but it's still super accessible. The experience we're having here is that of a really deep, fulfilling, genuine, and authentic experience. Like, it's not filtered, it's not bullshit. Like, I don't say this lightly. I highly recommend coming here if what you've watched is something you'd like to experience. Trust me on this one. Yeah, contact Brett and the team on Quakea Island. Do yourself a favor, check out, put it on your list if any of this looks like something that you'd like to experience.